Alright. How are we looking? Is this gonna... No, the resolution's crap. Alright, give me a minute, let me tinker. Video capture device. Properties. Properties, I'll do. Device default. Custom. Resolution. Cool. There we go. Seems like that might be better. How's that looking? Grainy as all shit. That is not good. By the way, do let me know if the audio's too crappy or anything, and I will be trying to do this. By the way, do let me know if the audio's too crappy or anything, and I will be trying to do this. By the way, do let me know if the audio's too crappy or anything. Am I will be like trying to do glitching this. The fuck out or something? By the way, do let me know if the audio... What on earth is going on? Yeah, it hasn't broken. Maybe I can boost something up here. If I go to that. Okay. I upscale that. Why is it so shit? How are people doing? Hang on, check the... Open the widget. So the resolution. Yeah, the resolution's fucked. How is that so bad? I don't know how this is working. Maybe it's not working? Maybe it's working now. Who knows? Is this working at all? Do let me know if anything is or is not working with this. Properties. Custom. Stick that to that. Stick this to... Let's try that. Change that resolution a little bit. Normally, it looks a hell of a lot better. That's not the resolution. I haven't set the resolution to that. What's my output? So, output. Video rate. Video. See, it's not... Let me try again. What's the... Hang on. And stop. Right, okay, I think that is it. What should my... Yeah, extreme health. The widget. Okay, well, it's got to be better, hasn't it? Oh god, it looks awful. How does that look so shitty? No, that's not better. Is it? That's not better at all. That is not better. Okay. Trying to problem solve here. Anyone watching? Does anyone have an idea? Because this could be a son of a bitch, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Not optional. Cool, well, it does look like shit. Like, actual shit. Hang on. Oh, hang on. It's actually a little bit better than I thought. I can do that. Sorry, that was my, yes, is my voice a little bit better now? Because I think what was doing is I was double recording it with the mic and an audio input. So I think that's what was happening there. So, am I improved at all now? The Pyro. Does anyone know what the actual optimal resolution is for these kind of streams? Because I've tried pretty much everything and I've got no idea. That's better. Sorry, having a cup of tea. Anyway, as that is at least better than my last one. I think my big problem was that I was not. I was watching the play view bit, and it was actually on. That was a hell of a voice break. One. Music's louder than me. Is it still funky? Arcade tick. Let's bump that down to there. Audio input capture, that's standard. I shall increase the gain a notch or two. How about that? Is that any better? Voice good. Is the music any better? Cool. Just can turn it down a little bit more. Right. Well then. This is DeffKoptas. Unit of 3. 1, 2, and 3. They're all here. The resolution is about as good as I can get it. So that's how it's going to be. Yeah, really quite sorry about that. And hey, welcome Arnold and welcome Pyro.
There was one where it was like, oh my god, they're putting her face inside a Hello Kitty doll. Ah! And then there was another one where it's like, oh my, cool. They were just horrible.
This is about
so
as good
I
as
had like bags of cash and I'm like, oh thank god. I mean, I know they get much less views because apparently you're a bunch of sickos, but like the heist ones are a really nice break for me, where it's like, oh my god, we're not talking about horrible serial killers, but it seems like we could be. So yes, and you know, people were like after that Hello Kitty one, people were like, "Simon, take care of yourself." And I was thinking about that for days. I still think about that.
With a heavy metal style,
it just makes me sad. Why have I done this to myself? Let's carry on.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
The men in the Ritmo and the van are anxious to get their job done. It's almost 8:30 p.m. Time to get home and enjoy a quiet evening after another grueling shift with their security company. These private guards are well-trained professionals, but tonight they have failed to spot a suspicious package placed under a bench a few meters away from them. The security officers are about to close the van doors when a loud blast tears through the fabric of the night. The bench is annihilated, and a wave of fire, incandescent air, wood splinters, and metal shrapnel surges towards the van. The guards knocked to the ground, stunned.
There's a voice over.
5 men emerge from the shadows, wielding sawn-off shotguns, assault rifles, and large-caliber handguns.
That now? I was listening to Casual Criminalist. Perhaps that was the issue. In which case I shall paint in silence. That is annoying. I guess the audio capture is desktop. Okay, what? Because the chat is about a minute behind mine. I've just turned off the video I was watching. So you now let me know whether or not that has solved the multiple voices, or if it is. Yeah, but here's the thing. If I play an entire Casual Criminalist, I'm just gonna get copyright to fuck, and I actually like Simon Whistler, so I don't want to do that. So that was an honest mistake. Excellent. Good to know. I almost just dunked my brushing my tea, which would not have been good. Oh, I'm getting caught in my own brush. Cool. Is everything good now? Is the background music at a acceptable level? I can't hear it. Into DeffKoptas. Yeah, yeah, just absolutely. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty accurate. Sorry, my streams are always chaotic because I've got no idea how you do them. I'm not a streaming kind of person. Fab. If the background music is perfect, I shall not tweak with the audio at all. Bit awkward that I can't listen to what I wanted to watch, but hey ho, I shall, next time I stream, I shall tinker with any and all audio settings I can to avoid that. And hopefully this won't melt my computer. It took a little while for me to set the stream up because I'm using a new laptop. It is exactly the same as my old laptop, except from this one, the mousepad works, and the keyboard works as well. So, you know, it's a bit of an improvement to say the least. It's now on epic background volume. Perfect. And what could be more epic than painting plastic models? Much epicness is here. So much epicness, in fact. Trouble is, I can't actually see like what bits have got lead belcher on because of how my lighting's set up, which is actually looking all right on there. It's weird. It actually looks better on the camera. It's easier for me to see on the camera than it is for me to see in real life. How odd. I wonder why. I wonder if that's a trick of my eyes, or if the camera is compensating better than my eyes actually can. Which is weird because this is a kind of crappy little. Well, it's not a crappy little webcam mic. I paid good money for that mic, but it's, you know, it's a cheap little mic. By the way, what's the plan? The planned scheme is Orks, so it's literally anything, but it will probably be a nice combination of black and red, because I have done a Gorka Morka truck quite recently in that style, so I will just show you that now. Right, it's just coming down into view. Yeah, it's probably because it is focusing on the small details, but it will be trying to focus like this kind of colour scheme. Heavy metal, few different metals, then highlights, base colours and highlights. Ignore the underside, it doesn't really matter, but yeah. That is the kind of scheme we're going to go for these guys. Why I've put the grot backs the wrong way around. Back you go, grot and truck. Goths and or speed. I just have orcs. I just, you know, Honestly, I might play him as... I know Death Skull should be blue, but at the same time, I like Death Skulls. I would... Or Blood Axes. I might play him Blood Axes, because I do have that Blood Axe Commando guy. Zagstruck? No. I've forgotten the name of the model. What's the really sneaky orc guy? Like super sneaky on Armageddon, because I've got him. I picked him up cheap. Who really knows? But yeah, honestly, I actually don't really play. A fellow Blood Axe enjoyer, indeed, indeed. Although to be honest, I'm. This might sound, well, not heretical, but a bit daft. But honestly, I haven't. Well, mainly because I haven't got the army painted. I've got so much to paint. Yep, Skarnik or whatever, Skarsnik. Yeah, Skarsnik, because there's a paint named after him, isn't there? If I've got a pot of it right here. Skarsnik green. And when that auto focus. Focus. You gonna focus? Okay, well, whenever that focuses, if it focuses, but Skarsnik green. Yeah, so it's Skarsnik. Because green is the best. Snickrock. Oh, it is Snickrock. Whoops. I just look like an idiot for parading a paint pot around then for a good 30 seconds, which my stream could not focus on. So thank you for correcting me, Pyro. It is Boss Snickrot. I remember now. What's Skarsnik then? Is Skarsnik a character? Or is Skarsnik just like, you know, random orc name number 32 that Games Workshop made up? I mean, either could be the case. Oh, by the way, people listening, what is, you know, can you guess the background music? It's one of my favourite games of all time, and I always play it when I stream. Did they get the name after the cat ran over the keyboard? I mean, as it's an orcish name, it's probably a squig rather than a cat, but quite likely. I wonder what the most nonsensical name of a Citadel paint is. Like Moot Green. I've got Moot Green. Abaddon Black works because Abaddon is, you know, the Black Legion. Wild Riders Red works. Squig Orange works, and Troll Slayer Orange works too because of their thing. A Warhammer Fantasy Grot. Panflute? No idea. Is that paint? I'm not really into Warhammer. Well, I say that. I'm kind of not into Warhammer Fantasy. But I'm really into Warhammer Fantasy the roleplay because I picked up the 3rd edition, which I think is a criminally underrated game. And if you haven't played it, people give it shit because they say it's a board game. But I'd say it's an actual RPG. The roll colour system. I don't. Please give me an explanation. Arnold, please enlighten me. Grot loader dude in... Oh! Haven't played Total Warhammer. I know. I should. what it's considered amazing or whatever, one of the best. God, I should have part assembled these. Sorry, just shifting this around. Give me a hint as to the rule colour system. I don't know it. Core in this order system, the core red is signal red. Signal. Okay. Oh well, see you, Pyro. Good to have you on for a brief little time. And don't worry, I mean, it'll be it won't be a horrendously long stream, but it'll be a stream at the very least. What is the optimal... I keep getting the little warning sign saying the stream resolution is non-optimal. I've got no idea what the optimal stream resolution actually is. It's used in Germany. For what kind of purposes? Ah, hello Spirit Upgrades. How are you today? I hope my mic is alright and not too loud or too quiet. I can. Wait, that voice. What's up with the voice? Tell me what the issue with the voice is, Spirit Upgrade. Oops. Sorry, he wasn't close enough to the... Sir Yes, I'm aware that I essentially just use my regular voice for Sir Bucket. So yes, as soon as I stream, everyone is going, oh, it's Bucket, it's Beckett/Bucket, depending on whether or not you like Trevor. But oh yeah, well, by the way, hi Flynn, how you doing? Doing good? Industrial colours, standardised. Less about being a colour. Sir Beckett, there we go. Someone's not on Trevor's side. I always wonder. What does Torvald call Beckett? Does he call him Bucket or Beckett? Or does he call him something else? Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, Spirit. I won't subject you to the torments of my singing. I'm very as glad as I know you will be to hear that. Can't stay. Ah, that's fair, Flynn. Well, great to have you. Great to have you indeed. I will. I'll see you around. There'll be a couple more dubs this week. Oh, bollocks to it. I think he prefers meaningful silence instead. That's probably true. Torvald is, I mean, apparently he gets fairly chatty when you put a few rounds in him. I mean, yeah, that Grogner is the orc, half-orc fighter, not a barbarian. People always forget that. Favourite Guardsman Regiment from Kai. Rostroyan first, but oh, Tanith first and only. Okay, it might be. Ah, shit, the Icelanders. The Ice Worlders. Who are they? Who are the Ice World? Valhallan. Yeah, it might be the Valhallan Ice Warriors, because I'm a massive Caiaphas Cain fan. Or, again, who needs a hero? I've got... Oh! Oh yeah, that game! I haven't played that game since I last streamed it. Maybe I should. No, it's good to know that there's updates. I am on the Discord for that. So yeah, I have been trying to keep up with this at least a little bit. But it is good to know that it is being fairly regularly updated. Because the devs are super nice guys. I mean, I haven't found a nicer set of devs than the who needs a hero. The Toeless Terrorizer. What? I don't get that one. Is that a guard regiment, or is that a weekly roll, or is that a who needs a hero joke? I really don't know. Oh yeah, he's definitely not. They're not heretics. They are just friendly, you know, emperor-fearing, emperor-revering Marines in a nice casual prayer session. Nothing suspect here, Inquisitor. Do not worry about it. Thought Warriors in the Cold. What? I don't know. Your references are flying over my head. Cause I don't draw the comics. I hope I make that clear. By the way. So I have, although I am in touch with the creator, we talk, I do not have any extra info on the path of the comics outside of Patreon updates, which I'm sure that you, being, you know, responsible and loving supporters of his work, are already members of. And yes, I am guilt tripping you into supporting the weekly roll. And then, if possible, I will guilt trip you into supporting my Patreon. But no, I won't. I won't do that. I won't do that. Oh, don't worry. Its YouTube streams are inherently delayed, so my voice is about 1 minute behind as to when I say it on the stream. The Varax, I have not seen that short film yet. I want to. I have seen the big Krieg animation, which was fantastic, and that came out last year. I can say last year because it was last year. But yeah, that which came out a little while ago. SCPs. I never really got into SCPs as kind of when I was aware of them, they were already a bit overblown. So yeah. I mean, if people really wanted me to, I think the idea and like the aim of SCPs are super cool. And the fact that it's a whole community made grassroots horror is super cool. Like I really respect the idea, but I never got too into it. But as I said, if people really wanted me to, I could maybe do SCP readings. You know, it's always I'm always up to try a new thing once or twice. So, you know, if that's how it goes, that's how it goes. That needs more. Oh, knocked it. Yeah, GW was GW, and they were bastards. Because that's what they are. Which is why I buy all of my models second hand. And also, fuck GW tournaments. I hope to never actually attend an official tournament. Well, okay, actually that's a lie. If I got into it, I would, but you know, like a local, I would always. Hey, oh hey, I would always go to a local game shops tournament before a Games Workshop's tournament. As it's just more fun. And actually, I feel I should say this. I went to my first ever 40k tournament yesterday. SCP 106. By the way, thank you, Vasily. It's really nice to know people like my stuff. It's very silly. I know it's very, very silly. But it is what it is. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, so I was on the tournament, and I wasn't playing Orks because, as I've said, I've got so many Orks to paint before I play an army. But what I did have was my second one. It's Krons, and they're my Orcs are my favourite fun faction. Necrons are my favourite faction overall, I'd say. If any day that I'm not feeling silly, Necrons are my favourite faction. Most people sound the same. Oh, thank you. Well, that's a combination of me being a rather silly child and knowing the basics of just, bit of audio tweaking here and there. Goes a very long way if you do it with a bit of subtlety. One of my friends are on tournament. Oh, 4 Titans. God damn. Okay, let's see. It would be their 4 Titans against, and I'm just counting here because I have them on a window shelf. Cogboy, of course. I mean, what you are is honestly, you're just an inferior rip-off of the pure Necron race. I went for fairly standard Krons. I went for red, silver, red, and gold. Kind of Novok, but without the white of Novok. However, when I get warriors and the blades, I do either glowing red and orange or green. But when I get warriors, I'm going to try to be a little bit more unique with them. Like bigger models, obviously, I like to treat them a little bit more care. But when I'm doing 20-man warrior blobs, I'm not going to paint those to parade distraction. All the toasters. Silence organic, the toasters are ours. Oh, that's just reminding me of my favourite Necron quote from, I guess, Battlefield Gothic or whatever the books were on the Fall of Cadia, and it was the meme lord Trazing the Infinite, with his line of, what was it? I was dragged into the fires of biotransference, whereas you seem to have willingly sliced your humanity away, piece by piece. And there's also like and there's also the fact that he's just being an absolute shitter when it comes to memory and whether or not he knows what the pylons are / do. Trazing the Infinite is such a good character because he's such a prick. At least you're not a bug boy. I can respect a Tyranid player, except from, I haven't played them, but apparently the Hive Guard is absolutely fucking busted thanks to the Knots Codex. I don't know how all the Codex and expansions work. Look, all I know is apparently Hive Guard are fucking busted because for some reason Tyranids have indirect artillery now, and I think that is fucking dumb. Nids are horrendously expensive to run. I mean, so are Orks. But here's the thing. The reason I chose... Is that about the artillery? Yeah, apparently Hive Guard have, like, fucking artillery now. Yeah, it's kind of busted. Not good. Not good at all. Yeah, and it's super strong Nid arty as well. We're talking, like, wipe characters off in one turn kind of strong arty. Chaos Codex first time, I thought. Yeah, it's in the new the new Octarius expansion that came out like last month, and it's actually made, from what I hear, it's made Nids the strongest army in the game at the moment. Like we are talking stronger than Death Guard, stronger than you and your bloody toasters. Yes, it does go against the entire Rush thing to have an impenetrable wall of defended Hive Guard defended against all attacks and just raining hell down on everything. But fuck a balance. Idea of balance, I guess. Means while I'm here with my Necrons, actually I can't fucking complain. Oh my god, Necrons after the core update. They're not good. They're not broken. By any stretch of the imagination, they are not broken, but they are so much better. And I am also absolutely hyped for the book of Twice Dead King, because I haven't read either yet because I'm waiting for paperbacks because they're cheaper. But it's going to be, from what I hear, it's as good as, if not better than, Infinite and the Divine. And Infinite and the Divine is fantastic. Hello, Tube 8. I guess I can say that. I can say the H word. Honest job. Hello. It's going all right. I'm just doing some initial work on a unit of DeffKoptas, as DeffKoptas are cool, and a mech's member to make them after that Black Reach stuff. I'm sorry, my Orc voice is crap. I should normally I pitch it down about 5% in my software. I have been told I have a fairly deep voice. Does that work? My deep and buttery British voice. Which normally does not sound like that at all. Perhaps I should make ASMR streams. Fair enough with the name. Oh, sorry, I'm painting off camera. This is quite a wobbly one. This one. Oh, this boy's pretty decent. Don't do German voice. Yeah, I try to stay away from potentially problematic accents. As a British corpse husband. Holy shit, if I could get as big as corpse husband. Takes Beckett for your show. Oh, no, Spirit, tell me what your show is. I'm interested. Spill the information. The intel. The knowledge. Give it to me. I tell you what, for April Fools this year, shall I make a 1 hour long Beckett reads bedtime stories ASMR? Or would CMT actually castrate me for doing that? I think you would. I don't want to piss off CMT, because if you've seen his Instagram, the man is like the definition of a Chad. Actually, I've got a few ideas I want to do the emoticon. What? Oh god, this is all for the Beckett ASMR, shouldn't... Oh, for fuck's sake. If I'm going as Beckett, just being like, once upon a time, in a faraway land. That's not Beckett, but you know, ASMR bedtime stories, fantasy bedtime stories read as Beckett. Oh, for goddamn. Okay, look, I've got a few ideas for April Fools, and maybe there will be multiple April Fool's videos, or maybe one or the other will just come out as a shitpost sometime beforehand. Streaming on Twitch and playing RoboQuest. Cool. Good stuff. What's the game like? Hey, yeah, I know you're streaming. Hey, send your audience my way if they're into 40k or D&D. I always mean to start up on Twitch. I do have a Twitch channel called 56 Scratch, and I tried a couple times. Well, I tried like once or twice, but my laptop melted, so I didn't. But I keep also meaning to get myself a desktop rather than a laptop for streaming and recording and bits and pieces, but god, it's just the crypto market has absolutely ballooned the cost of components to, you know, ridiculous degrees. So I can't justify the expense. Do you have other armies? I have some Sallies. I can actually go get a Salamander if you want, and I play Crons. Cool. Sounds like me playing a man versus machine in TF2 then. But yeah, my other armies are Sallies, but I don't have the codexes. and Necrons. And I have models from everything. For instance, I just painted Harlequins. Camera... Sorry, has it just fixed itself? I don't know why. Okay, this... Oh, Jesus. I actually abandoned my last stream because the camera was not cooperating. So it's good to know it's playing nice for the moment. The machine spirit has been appeased, or however it wishes to be described. So, yeah, what do you play, Tube? From the sound of it, I'm guessing that you... Oh, you would like to see a salamander. I will get you the salamander in just a tick after I've used the paint on this brush. So, what armies do you play, Tube, anyway? Yes, the machine spirit of this camera is, to put it one way, a pernickety bitch. And I can call it that. Because it is a pernickety bitch. Right, hang on. 1 second. I will be getting the salamander for Tube to see. Call the tech priest, call the tech priest indeed. Right, I'm back. And this is my focus. Camera, you're supposed to autofocus. Is this gonna... Ah, there we go. Get right up there. This is my salamander, one of them. Just a regular old assault. Just a regular old intercessor, not assault intercessor. They have chainswords. But yeah, I'm fairly proud of him. I think I put a photo up of this one a couple of months ago when I painted him. So yeah, Vulcan boys, best boys aside from the Lamenter. Boom, boom, boom. So what armies do other people play? Can I ask you to... And then it was... Good camera, good camera. You will not fuck me over with your resolution or your change of focus, camera, will you? I don't know what that voice was. Halfway between Bond villain and Mr. Bean. Well, not even Mr. Bean. No, don't know. No clue what that was. Oh, no worries, Spirit. Oh, I'm always interested to know what people are doing. You know, provided... Well, actually, no. Even if it's something I'm not directly interested in, I'll probably still be interested, at least, vaguely. If it's, unless it's like, oh, I've been doing my quarterly finance returns and stuff like that, and I've made 18% on the gross revenue. Hey, Basil, a man who follows my path, well, not my path, same as me, Necrons and then Orks for fun. Because sometimes you want to restore the honour of a lost dynasty, and sometimes you just want to scream warg and drive bikes. And there is nothing wrong with that. When was so Vasa, what do you think of the latest update to Necrons with the core? Because I'm loving it. I'll tell you what, Technomancer on a blob of Scorpex with Veil of Darkness is like a targeted cruise missile on a blender. It absolutely fucks in melee. That Scorpec Destroyer Technomancer combo. God damn. I haven't played since lockdown. That's fair. I haven't played much at all, but it's good. Obviously not as good as new armies like Admech. Still fuck. Not as hard as I did. Thank you. Point balance. Okay, for all the shit I give GW, I will say their balance data sheet is worthwhile and a very good idea. Especially as it's free and it's not, you don't pay for the rules. And yes, sometimes you do want to scream for the Emperor and fix bayonets. That's why you play Kill Team. That's where you get Kill Team. You play Veteran Guard Kill Team. And you blow things up with artillery. You don't even have to pay. Because it's just an upgrade you get. Same reason why I have Harlequins is just because I want to play Kill Team with them. Hoopla. Sounds like a lot of hoopla. Sorry. Sometimes I think of Russian Badger bits of the video. 6 sounds. Hey! Oh, I know what. Hey. Spirit. I am a gamer, my dudes. I know what prey is. I'm in touch with the hippest games of 2017. So don't you worry, my friend. I saw Markiplier play through Prey. And technically, it's a reboot of an old series called Prey, which was good and then wasn't good at all. Puts on song Millennial Rage. I ain't a millennial. I'm Gen Z, baby. Ooh. Well, actually, or have I double bluffed everyone and I am in fact a boomer? It is nothing like the original Prey. Imagine if I was actually a boomer, unironically a boomer. I feel that could... And that's why I play Necrons, because I'm just unironically a boomer. I still called the... In my day, reanimation protocols were called We'll Be Back. Because it was a Terminator reference, you see. In my day, we had glancing blurs and initiative and warp grenades and I don't know. I'm not that familiar with old. T is better. T is better. But hang on. You can't ask me that. I'm from the UK. I'm from the UK. I'm legally required to say T. If I don't say T, I will be hunted down and shot. Oh, shit. That's okay, that's just a bit of cork. I thought I broke my model. I paid good money for this model. I mean, still less than half actual retail, because eBay, baby! Tea with or without milk? With milk, I'm not a... Hang on. Coffee with shortbread works. Depends on the type of tea. If you put peppermint tea with milk, you're a fucking Philistine and you deserve to be stoned. If you can put regular breakfast tea with or without milk, I prefer with milk. Again, because I'm British. And if you put milk in Earl Grey, or most other types of tea like Assam, Lapsang Souchong, or Russian Caravan, once again you are uncultured swine. British Texan. What the hell is that like? Does that mean you apologise to everything before you shoot it? Is that Rubish or Robush? Because I haven't tried Rose Bush tea, or Red Bush rather. I have had Red Bush. Red Bush is quite nice. Red Bush works with or without milk. Caramel bits. That You know what? I might be out with there. You might have turned me off. I'm sure it's alright, but I don't know. Sweet tea doesn't really work for me. No, we just... Okay, fair enough. Don't know what VBS is. I can't drink beer. Oh. Why? I'm guessing that could be a gluten intolerance, or I'm guessing that's a gluten or yeast thing that means you can't consume beer. British Welsh pineapple. What the f*** is a Welsh pineapple farm? Do they farm pineapple in Wales? I didn't know they grew anything in Wales except from derelict mines and sheep. can't even grow haggis in Wales. Yes, I know what haggis is. The southern is somehow a British, Irish and Scottish accent to get... Well, when you say southern, it varies by state. You can't just say southern accent, because I may not know much about, you know, the good old... Well, I can hardly say good old anymore. I hardly know anything about the US of A. But from what I do know, is that the southern accents are very different. The Georgian accent is very different from Alabama. Sure you're not a wizard? No, I can just make intelligent guesses, because if you said you drink VBS, which I'm guessing is some kind of alcoholic beverage, which means you don't have an inability to digest lactose, and the only other common allergen or intolerance within beer would be, the most likely is wheat and gluten, because it contains it as it's in the brewing process, and the other one would be yeast. However, yeast is a rarer one, so I'm guessing that you would be gluten intolerant or celiac. I like numbers and statistical probabilities. Oh yeah, idioms change all the time. I love idioms. They're so cool. I wish I could like learn all the idioms of the states. Especially when it comes to like animals, the amount of, oh pardon me, common names different animals have across the world is fantastic. Mammal lays eggs. Oh, so you're Australian? Because the only mammals that lay eggs are monotremes, so that is the platypus or the echidna. So I'm guessing that is a good old Aussie. I mean, technically, marsupials also lay eggs, especially in the case of the kangaroo, but they lay eggs where there isn't a shell. So they essentially just give birth to a shellless embryo. I love monotremes, they're so weird. Damn book wizard. You can't outsmart me on biology, boy. Well, I mean, you probably can. I'm not an expert. I just watched a lot of David Attenborough growing up. I'm not a biologist. Wish I was. I'm dumb. My brain and no work good. Why do you think I'm on YouTube? I think you have to have a maximum IQ to start a YouTube channel that isn't like a tech or finance one, because goddamn, some of those guys are genuinely super smart. And I wish I was into... do I wish I was into finance? Because then I don't know. Because like, I feel that would change me as a person fundamentally. But then I'd know how to invest. And I wouldn't be a broken, penniless student. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I completely forgot to ask people, how has your weekend been? As it is Sunday in 2022, so that is still weird. So how has everyone been doing? Any interesting events aside from Spirit with your streaming? And anything anything interesting going on? Any good stuff? Any perfect events happen? I don't know. You're cold. Fair enough. I mean, it's not the warmest over here. A roller coaster of cancelled. Oh, I mean that's if those are work meetings, that sucks. If it's family meetings, that's cool. But I get the feeling from the tone that was not a pleasant weekend, in which case I am very sorry. Oh, friend meetings. Hey, that's good. That's good. Surprise friend meetings are always nice. It snowed! That's cool. Oh, I love the snow. I don't really know where you are. Was it like packable? If you're American, you'd call it packable snow or non-packable snow. But I'm guessing it was kind of, as you said, how it was finely snowed. I'm guessing you're somewhere where it's rare. So you would be calling it regular snow rather than packable or non-packable, because you can make snowballs out of it. Which apparently you can't do if snow is really cold and dry. Cool. But also, yeah, absolutely sucks, Vassili, that half your family got the word that I cannot say. Let me just quote internet historian: the virus, TM. Lesson. Hey, it's still. Hey, snow is snow. Cue the Mr. Incredible meme. If it's really cold, because snow works as you can pack snow together, because if it's slightly warm, it will melt slightly, and then as you pack it, the action of that refreezes it. Which is why you can make a snowball. In really cold conditions like Antarctica, snow isn't melting at all, and therefore doesn't stick together because you're not compressing it and then refreezing it to make a more cohesive clump. Rather, it's just powder. So that's why it's called dry snow. If you start to melt it, heat it up a bit, it will, you can make a snowball out of it. But yeah, cold rain. Ugh, cold rain, drizzle. Miserable. Paint. Fair enough. I mean, rain can be quite nice. It's refreshing at the very least. Especially on like a summer shower. Absolutely gorgeous. Cat or dog? Here's the thing. I feel like... Okay, when you say person, does that mean more like the animal, or which do I prefer? Because that adds a level of nuance. Dogs. 100% dogs. Cats can be fun, but cats are also murderous bastards. Who will tell you to fuck off and then break your shit. So, dogs. 100%. Dogs. Danger is part of the fun. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, the danger with dogs is that they'll eat your food. That's the thing. Cat. Yeah, but every cat has demons, and they will. And at some point, they'll just break on you, and they'll go crazy. Because that's how cats work. Because they're bonkers. Cute. Yes, bonkers. Yep. God, there's so many crevices in these DeffKoptas. It's gonna make for quite a bit of a painting job. Probably just gonna finish up with a base coat and call the stream. This was just kind of to get me back into the mood of streaming, so I might do a few more in the future. Yeah, no, okay, that is completely true, Tube. Dogs, I say this as a loving dog, lover. Adamant fan of dogs. They are trash cans. They will eat anything. If it's bad for them, they'll eat it. If it's poisonous, they'll eat it. If it's expensive, they will 100% eat it. And if it's not theirs, you can be certain that they will eat it. Even if it's non-edible. Especially if it's not edible, in fact. Oh, see you, Spirit. Have a good time with your stream. Have fun. Have fun. God, I feel like a mother. You can't see anything. I'm just pointing the base at the screen. Spirit, you're gonna be late. You are gonna be late, and how are you gonna be explaining to to your viewers why you're late. But once again, send them my way. Please, I need the subs. Ah, soup. Cold soup. Long time no see. How are you doing, my degenerate? One does hope you're doing well, or at least not awfully. Cold Soup, by the way, for anyone who is watching, is a fairly, is a bit of a long time commenter and or fan of the channel. So yeah, he's a bit of an old regular. He's also a degenerate, but you know, that's part of the charm. And well, why would you prefer to be sick, cold? Or would you prefer to have a cold? And then you would need soup. Or is there something that you wish to avoid by being sick? A test, perhaps? An examination? You moved to South Korea. Good lord, that's a change. How is South Korea? How is North? Why did you move to South Korea? Do tell, Cold. That raises so many questions. I'm getting paint oil over my hands. I don't want to transfer any of it to my mic. Ah, okay, I see why. Kind of the family move thing for, I don't know, relationship purposes. You know, international relationship purposes. Not domestic relationship, although I imagine that plays a part too. See, okay. Here's the thing, what you Americans call a biscuit, no, is not something we have. What we call a biscuit is what you would call a cookie. So with that, I would have to say British. Because a sweet cookie is better than a savoury biscuit, which is more like a scone than anything. I don't know, I've never had one. Yeah, I mean, it kind of, I don't know if that kind of sucks. How is South Korea? Is it good? Is it? I imagine it's quite a change, at the very least. So it's an adventure, Cold Soup. It is an adventure indeed. Scones are sandwiches. What? No. Scones are scones, or scones are scones, or scones are scones, and scones are scones. No, they're not sandwiches are sandwiches. Scones are a completely different baked good. What? sandwich breads. Is cereal a soup? Technically, yes, Kai. No, they're not. Yes, technically, cereal fulfills all requirements for a soup. So, you know, you really should be dipping your bread into cereal. Okay, well, okay, no, this is a bowl of cereal with milk is a soup. Cereal by itself is not a soup. Cereal by itself is cereal. It's going to... Okay, fair enough. Oh, okay, I haven't actually... Okay, no, here's the thing. I've seen text-to-speak up until, like, episode 25. So if it's from beyond that, and I know, I keep meaning to watch text-to-speak. Like the rest of it. Up until 30 part 2, because sadly, that is the end. For the foreseeable future. I would love for it to return. Oh, I really want text-to-speak to come back, like, so much. Because I got into 40k because of text-to-speak. I brought my first models because of text-to-speak. Hey, Smarmy. Yep, some DeffKoptas, just doing a little bit of base coating. Nothing overly fancy. Oh yeah, the new one is great as well. The Family Matters or Caring Family thing. The new text-to-speak that isn't text-to-speak is absolutely solid. Like, initially, on the first couple minutes, I wasn't sold. Because I thought they hadn't got the characters as good as I remembered them. But then, after, maybe not a rough start, but just a different start, it really improved. So, at least to me. So, yes, their new project is one that I can wholeheartedly support. Partly because, you know, the creators of the franchise that they're working on aren't pricks about fans. Which is, by the way, why I'm not using Mechanicus music. Whoops. Beep, beep. Ah, good stuff, good stuff. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, you're probably gonna get too much TTS talk from me. Oh, it's just so good. Just everyone in that is so talented. The voice actors are so talented. The animation is superb. The the set design technically and the asset creation, it's just so good. Like, even from right at the start, early-ish YouTube, because actually it came out fairly recently. And I think early YouTube was like 2009. But it is so good. Oh, hey, Thorin. is super cool. Beware for the fiddle ghosts. And Cockingthorpe. How am I liking the Koptas? There's a lot of fiddly bits. Thankfully, that Ork, so you can get away with the fiddly bits being a little bit messily done. I haven't played them. I haven't played a game of Orks yet. My only games of 40k has been Necrons, which I love. But I think they are fantastic sculpts. I mean, look at the detail. Look at these guys. This guy's got his pistol out. There's another guy just bringing his chopper. This guy's got like the big bomb. This guy has rockets attached to the blades because that's going to make it up onto the Switch. Yeah, that's I think the best line of the episode is the DMT line. So you know he's like John McAfee. If by the way, okay, complete side tangent. If any of you don't know the story of John McAfee, look that crap up, because he was a loose cannon. I see a guy. McAfee was absolutely unhinged. I don't respect time. It's an odious concept. Oh, that was... Okay, that was great too. Okay, yeah, let's not get into that kind of shit, though. All I'm saying is that McAfee was a wild guy. Chaos, hey, Chaos Dwarf Blood Bowl. Never played Blood Bowl. I hear it's good. I hear it's really good. I've one day maybe I'll get into it. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to destroy the lights because I need to check on my models. We got the fucking light of Gondor into this bitch. Nearly said, yeah, go back to sleep, Cold. Actually, I think that light looks a bit better. Bit more shadowy, but I can actually see my models, which is an improvement over what it was before. So I'm going to keep it like that for a bit. Oh, has anyone, by the way, if anyone is a painter here, I've never played RimWorld, kind of want to, but I've kind of got all the games I really want, and until I complete them, I'm not getting many more. Like I've at the moment, I'm playing XCOM, original one, Xbox 360. Quite likely. I mean, like, a lot of the old internet stuff is already like a legend. It's already gone. Like, you know, back in the day, there were so many sites that you'd go to, so many different sites, and now it's just not there. Everyone just goes to like 3 sites, and that's it. Like, remember back in the day, remember how many forums you used to be on? Remember, like, do you remember forums? I used to be on forums for everything. And now you're just not. You're just not on forums. They don't exist. It's Quora and Reddit now. Okay, Reddit's cool and stuff like that, but there's just, I don't know. Just something about it. Forums, man. Forums for all sorts of different websites for all sorts of like niche activities run by eccentric weirdos. I mean, that's kind of what they still are, but they're just big Gondor calls for aid. So I know forums still exist, but the thing is they're nowhere near what they used to be. No, okay, no. This is the Xbox 360 one. I'm not that retro of a PC gamer. I'm not playing a game that looks like a nuclear submarine interface. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just they're not. They're kind of relics. Like all the really, and then again on YouTube. Like YouTube used to be so different. I remember just watching Let's Plays. And it's kind of on Twitch now. It's all kind of, you know, live or nothing. But just fucking Let's Plays. Game Grumps. And yes, Game Grumps is still around, but, you know, tell me they haven't died a bit. And oh my god, Smosh Games. Okay. Okay, yeah, YouTube poop. But here's the thing, I still watch YouTube poops because I am an ardent fan of Hour of Poop. And I cannot wait for his Robin Hood YouTube poop, which is coming someone. I don't know when, but it's coming someone. Remember when we could see dislikes? Yes, I do. In my case, it was last month. So yes, I remember. And Stars. God, I remember Stars. Here's the thing, Stars were gone so long ago that there was an enormous joke on Big Bang Theory that focused on Stars. Okay, I think I know what exact one that is. Is that the Hatsune Miku Domino's YouTube poop? Because that is a YouTube poop of superior and exceeding quality above all else. That is a YouTube poop that rises into the heavens when in comparison to its lesser relatives. It is. It is a good one. It is a very good one. That one. It's excellent, superb. Even one would say. I would go so far as to say superb YouTube poop. But Thorine. Oh, haven't. Yep. See ya. Thorine, have you seen Hour of Poop? Because if you haven't, you need to look it up. And anyone who hasn't seen the Domino's YouTube poop with Hatsune Miku is honestly, I don't think you've lived. I don't think you can call yourself a veteran of internet or veteran of YouTube until you have seen that video. In addition to yeah, look that up, Thorin. He's good. He's actually very, very good. So yeah, we are having a discussion about old YouTube and the Hatsune Miku YouTube poop, which if you haven't seen, do watch. And I was then going on about one of my favourite content creators is Hour of Poop, who is set to release a Robin Hood YouTube poop at some point soon. It was meant to come out in August, but it's been delayed because it's so big. Like, they're halfway done with it, and it's half an hour long. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a saga, an epic saga of a YouTube poop. That thing, and I'm gonna relish it. Every second, because it's going to be worth the wait. He actually made a trailer, so watch the trailer for it, just to get an idea of this guy's editing skill, because it's bonkers. It's like a 1 minute trailer, 2 minutes, 1.5 minute trailer. And it's basically the Friar Tuck, but as Joker. As in, like, you know, Joker, as in the film Joker, rather than, you know, Phoenix Joker, rather than any other Joker, not a Skywalker Joker, Hamill Joker. What you want, we will soon be waiting. I'm running scared, just running scared. Sorry, I shouldn't sing. I know I have a dreadful singing voice. I'm keep meaning to take lessons, so I could maybe one day make a couple of covers and upload them. So, but that's kind of a pipe dream because my voice is rubbish. Singing voice. Ooh. Oh, thank you. Well, maybe I will take those lessons sooner than I thought, actually. That's fair. You kind of need to have a British sense of humour or an American sense of humour. You have to have like a Western humour to understand YouTube poops, I think. Is that insensitive? I don't think so. I think that's fine. I think that's accurate. That's fair. Okay, I'm going to give that a couple minutes to dry, and then we're going to absolutely douse these bad boys with, you know, the black crack. And by that I mean Nuln oil. Because my method for painting this, by the way, is as follows. It is lead belcher base coat, Nuln oil wash. Oh balls! I actually forgot it. Is it Nuln oil first? Ah, that's fair. Okay, cool. I never really got. Sash, don't really know the Russian squats memes. Dry oil. No, dry oil. Nuln oil. I see someone is a fan of zero punctuation, as am I. Good word. My word, the sun is sparkling delightfully on my glass house today. And this sounds like a good time to indulge in my favourite hobby of projectile mineralogy. By the way, I'd like to say that I've never spilt Nuln oil. This is it, the crack. I'm about a bit more than a third of a way through that bottle. I shall dry it without it ending. Actually, on the newer models, the mold lines aren't that much of an issue. These DeffKoptas had very, very minimal mold lines. So they were mostly fine. Hang on. I'm just playing this. This might. Cool. That'll be good. Sorry, I'm just checking this stuff here. Okay, so lead belcher. Yeah, it is Nuln oil. Just checking. Cool. Yeah, I remember my thingy. Right. We're good. Okay, so my strat. I sound like I'm speedrunning. Quite enjoy. Oh, well, thank you. I'm just. We are chatting shit and painting models. At least a little bit longer, because it is getting quite late. I'll be here for a little bit longer, and then I shall bid you all adieu. Auf Wiedersehen, farewell, adieu, goodbye, so long, and until next time. Oh, it's also been arguably decided that for April Fools I should make a Sir Beckett bedtime story ASMR, where I will speak very quietly and low and into the mic like this, so that my deep British voice can give you all really weird feelings. I feel I should apologise. Right, give those a couple of minutes for this to dry. Now, okay, I follow someone else's thing for painting orc vehicles, which is how I did. I'm just going to bring this down again real quickly whilst it dries under the lamp. This truck here, kind of this is a Morka truck, and he's got a little Gretchen driver. Focus, focus. So yes, like that. That was quite an experience. I'm sorry. So yes, the strategy is you paint it all with lead belcher, or very similar. As a normal story, then end up with the script. Okay, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. Yes, so normal coat of lead belcher first. Or, well, I'm not using lead belcher, I'm using Vallejo gun metal. It's a bit of a different paint. It's a bit of a lighter paint, and I like it. Bit shinier, but not as shiny as like just plain silver or Ironbreaker or Retributor. Not Retributor. Runefang Steel. So yeah, lead belcher. Then you go for a shade, and I'll probably end it at the shade because that takes forever to dry. Leave it to dry. Then you put in your. Then you paint in the bits of metal that isn't going to be lead belcher with your other colours, like bronze, brass, alloys, copper, whatever. Then you hit it all with some Agrax Earthshade all around, and then you might want to touch up the metals after that, and then you can go into painting what bits are going to be block colour, like the black and the red, and check marks if you want to be an absolute insanity. And then I will be doing my Orky boys afterwards, so that they look a bit like this. This is my kind of orc. Hello, focus, please. So yeah, the drivers will be painted. I didn't actually give him highlights of Scarsnick. They'll be looking a bit better than that. Perhaps I should touch up my orc knobs at some point. That is a sentence that only makes sense in 40k terms. I should touch up my orc knobs. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. I swear it makes sense. Oh, by the way, people, I always think about streaming on Twitch. Oh, it's fine. I've got Abaddon Black and Corn Red, and those go perfectly over metallics. Hi, Kagi. It's a unit. I swear. I swear it's a unit. I'm not being crude or filthy. I'm being accurate. Actually, that's not dry yet. Okay, that's ruining that. So we won't do that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stream whilst those dry. I don't want to try and decipher what that is. Whilst those dry... Scale 7... Oh, I love Scale 75. This... They're intense washes. So good. And... Adriatic Blue. Such a nice paint, that one. I mean... Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. What else have I got to paint real quick? Could do some scarabs. I've got shit tons of scarabs though. Can always do more scarabs. Scarabs are fun. as are the greys. I kind of really want to try painting something in grayscale once or twice. Just, you know, just for the sake of it. Oh, by the way, this guy isn't painted. This is my next one. But this is my homemade orc truck / battle wagon. It's just a converted toy. So I know he's all grey. But got some bits of putty on him just for the shit of it. But yeah. Innsmouth blue, ooh, nice. So yeah, at some point he will be painted up, and maybe one day, if I ever do a battle report, he will be. It's actually just a bulldozer toy that I found at in a charity shop. Well, I've also got some cans to paint up. I've got a squad of killer cans. And I've got a Death Dread whose arm fell off, so I need to paint them. But whilst that dries... Fucking tape. Sorry, I prime everything with... Halford's metal, like, you know, auto plastic primer. Because it sticks really well. So I'm just going to do some bases and some scarabs. Yeah, that's exactly, yeah, like, that's why, like, I don't, I wouldn't play with, like, GT tournaments, because if you play Orks, you really should be allowed to just play whatever the hell you want and call it a vehicle, as long as it's vaguely the right size. And it's saying, if like someone came, you know, playing Eldar Exodite, if you can, and just brought a T-Rex, I would allow them to have just a goddamn T-Rex. Like a plastic one. Because it is a T-Rex. And T-Rexes are damn cool. Running scared, just running scared. Oh, by the way, these wooden giraffes are yeah, I'd allow that. I'd allow that. Of course they would. I mean, there's a gun on it. A gun is gonna mess someone's day up anyhow. Okay, yeah. As I said, I love orcs. Necrons are kinda... Orcs are my fun army. Necrons are my boys, though. Necrons are where it is at in terms of lore. As orcs are just silly. Which is good. It's stupid fun. But yeah, orcs are silly. I almost, once again, nearly put my brush and cleaned it in my tea, which would not have been good. Odysseus would prefer. Odysseus would prefer. Orc warlord called Bloodaxe. Bloodaxe orc warlord called Orcdisseus. Thank you, Smarmy dude. You've just given me my the name for my warlord. You're a star, Smarmy dude. An absolute star. What colours do I use for my Necrons? I paint them silver, gold, and red. Or lead, metal, you know, gunmetal, gold, and red in the Novok style. However, and then the energy blades, I will do. I do red on Scorpec destroyers and green on Cryptex and other things, because I either have it complement or I have it contrast heavily, because green contrasts with red according to the colour wheel. And you got to use the color wheel. You must adhere to the strict tenets of the color wheel. How about the rest of you? If anyone else plays Necrons, do let me know what colour you paint them, or dynasty. Do you do a custom dynasty? Do you play as a preset dynasty? I generally play Novok because I like getting my Scorpic Destroyers into melee. Because, as I've said, Scorpic Destroyers are now, as they're now core, you can basically first turn Deep Strike them with Veil of Darkness. And, yeah, not even a Dreadnought stands up to that. A squad of 6 Scorpic Destroyers will put a dent in even, like, super heavy stuff. And it will annihilate infantry, light vehicles, and even tanks. If you just throw everything in it. They just die. Because they can pull that charge off. No, I don't have a full army. I have like I have like 1k points of Necrons. I don't have 2k points of anything. I mean, maybe Orks, but that's because I've got absolutely loads of 2nd edition boys and grots. I think I've got like 80 2nd edition grots and 1 new grot, and then like 50 2nd edition orc boys. Sorry. Did Necrons, Metallics, Crackle Medium. Oh, nice. That is a good one. I don't really have like Crackle Medium and stuff. I would like to do that for kind of like stone effects to make it look really old and weathered. But that's a future purchase for me. That is. But that sounds like a pretty tasty looking model. That there. No, here's the thing, sorry, they don't. Because when I say old boys, I mean 2nd edition. I mean the monopose ones. They genuinely have less customization because they didn't even have big shooters back then. They are just slugger and chopper orkies. Figure of speech. You know damn well it's a figure of speech too. You're being tricksy with me. You're trying to get me to goof. Cool, I will look into the Crackle Medium. And I may get some. Okay, I might actually have to just end the stream because I'm really hungry. I am actually going to end the stream because I've been doing this for about 2 hours, and that is enough. Because I am hungry as shit and need a drink. So true. Okay, that's fair, Thorine. Anyway, I know this wasn't that much, but I've completely lost my train of thought. Yes, no. I know this was a little bit of a short stream, but I haven't streamed in months and months and months, so it's good to get back into it. You know, if you want to hit me with some suggestions for other streams, they don't have to be painting; they can be other things. And if you want to, I could always start streaming on Twitch and get set up there. If you hate to see your YouTube feed get polluted by my silly little painting. It's weirdly soothing. Oh, well, that's very nice, Kagi. Kagni? I don't know how you pronounce that. Very, very, very sorry. Pardon me. So yes, thank you all very much for it. This was a really much greater success than my previous stream, which was a Warhammer Imperium review, because God, my camera, the machine spirit, was not playing with ball with me. Cagni, thank you, Cagni, indeed. And again, all of you are very much welcome. Do fall back into other streams. I might, you know, do weekly streams if people like it. Maybe, actually, what do people think of this? If I continue work on these DeffKoptas, and then I have a couple of evenings free, and then next Sunday I do another short stream of me doing finishing touches, you know, like the edge highlights and the weathering effects. What would people think of that? Is that a plan? I'm just gonna wait, because it could work. Cool. Yeah, by the way, I do apologise for the lack of a video yesterday. There was basically a lot of shit has gone on recently, so things will be tuned down for a couple of weeks probably, because again, family stuff, and I'm not going to go into it because you know, you frankly don't need to know what's going on with my life all the time, as all I do is provide entertainment. There isn't some weird parasocial relationship. We're not a family or anything like that. I like to bury that idea. That's not a thing that happens here. You're nice, I will chat with you. You can chat with me sometimes, but again, at all points, you know, this is just entertainment. This is a thing I do for fun, and this is not a heavy investment. So yeah, I will take breaks every now and then. I'll try not to, but if something comes up, this channel probably comes last. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works. But aside from that, I hope everyone has a fantastic time. I will keep trying to make the videos on time and stuff like that. But again, no promises. Once again, thank you everyone. I will be ending the stream now, and I hope you have a absolutely fantastic rest of your weekend if it is Sunday, and if it's Monday for you, or Saturday. If it's Saturday, congratulations. If it's Monday, I have a fantastic rest of your week. Start to the week, rest of the week, and I will see you then. Hopefully, see you next Sunday. Farewell.